Okay, so here we are trying to get information on the Elsie Lincoln Benedict estate.
Right.
And you had just learned that mom was the heir to Elsie today?
No. I knew that, a long time ago.
But you didn't know that she was 30%.
No, really, no. Not till I saw this paperwork.
So you've never seen the will before?
The first time.
Okay. One of the things I wanted to bring up is that when I was in first grade, I was taking a bath, and you looked over the top,
That's a lie.
and you're telling me I'm lying.
We didn't. No, that's not true.
Okay. And I want to go to counseling because of that. Because you took my pride at a very young age, Dad. You took my dignity and a father figure who's supposed to protect their daughter. That is why I want to go to counseling with you.
Okay, we can go to counseling. I'll arrange it through group health.
Okay. Because before I had the camera on, you said that you wouldn't.
If we have to do what you want to do, I'll go along with you.
Before the camera was on, you were saying I needed to see a mental health professional.
I think it would be a good idea.
Every time I get the same result. I'm brilliant.
I know you're brilliant.
Like brilliant. I've seen my test scores. I didn't know that.
I think, what is your IQ, over 140?
That I'm brilliant, I'm absolutely adorable, and that I'm completely stable. The last time I went to a doctor, you said you'd pay me back to get the same diagnosis. I'm on zero medicine because I don't need to be on a medicine, Dad.
Okay.
So if any issues I have, it roots back to the lack of confidence that a girl would have had they had a father that actually protected and stood up for them.
I think you were treated pretty well growing up.
And how often were you in my life, Dad?
I was there. How many cars did I buy you when you were going?
Dad, I'm talking not money, love, trust, companionship. The last time we were set for a lunch date, do you remember you canceled because your Chinese friends were in town?
Yeah, probably I did. But we could have, I asked you if you wanted to redo it and you got mad.
No, I didn't get mad.
Okay.
Have you ever seen a mental health professional?
No.
Why don't you?
Yeah, I have. In the Navy, you get mental screenings before you can get into certain parts of clearances. Yes, I have.
Okay, so that was 40 years ago, and that's kind of like saying, yeah, you've gotten your eyes checked because you're getting your driver's license.
Right.
Don't you think you should get mental help, Dad?
I'm too old for that kind of stuff. I'm on the downside right now.
Okay. So in going back to Elsie, you've never given credit to the inheritance you got, which started Northwest Embroidery, correct?
No, I've always told your mom, and your mom agreed with me. I said, we thanked her. We started out, we bought an apartment house down in California, and then we sold the apartment house, and we had money in the bank from the apartment house. And then the idea for Northwest Embroidery came, and I think each one of us, Ray and I, we contributed like $12,500 each. So it was $25,000 plus a loan to start Northwest Embroidery.
But a big chunk of that was from Elsie Lincoln Benedict.
Well, not exactly. It came from what money Mom and I had. If you want to say it was from Elsie, she gave us a kickstart in life.
Which was equivalent when you put Aunt Merrill and Mom's, it was about $200,000.
Well, I guess she could, because when you're only earning $800 a month at that time, yeah.
So, shouldn't Northwest Embroidery's history be rewritten to
Northwest Embroidery has never had a history written about it. It's just there.
It's online, and you've been trying to say that you had no help in the beginning.
Well, also, we borrowed money, and I could say, from the estate of Elsie Lincoln Benedict, but it really wasn't. Because we didn't start Northwest Embroidery until 1977. And I think your mom and I got married in 1971, and I think Elsie died in 1972 or something. I don't know when she died.
She died a month before you married Mom.
Okay.
She died February 1970, and you married Mom in March of 1970.
Yeah.
After knowing her for 1 hour, 2 hours?
In the spring, well, it was kind of on a lark. It really wasn't a marriage.
How many hours did you know Mom before you married her?
Well, you got to remember, she married me too. So it was a kind of a mutual thing.
But how many hours did you know her?
Say the party started at 8, we were in Tijuana by 3, and it'd be about 4 in the morning.
So you knew her for about 5 hours. But a month prior, her grandma passed away.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about that.
Okay. And moving forward, I want to release these books and the lectures in the legacy of Mom, and you are saying you don't want anything to do with it.
You can take all the rights or anything that Elsie Lincoln Benedict. I'm not entitled to anything from her because I'm not even a blood relative.
But by law, you are entitled to it all.
I don't know what the law says, but I really don't want anything from her.
Okay. So you will not support me. You will support Eric and Scott at Northwest Embroidery, but you will not support a living legacy of Mom and her famous grandmother. Further, you want to sell the Cabo house. And absolutely have nothing to do with any of what I'm doing.
Well, you got to remember, I'm getting old. I'm 71 years old. I don't have a lot of time left to live.
Do you have a will in place?
Yes, I do.
Okay. The doctor gives you 20 years, Dad.
What doctor?
Your group health doctor?
No, he didn't give me 20 years.
Yes, he did.
He says, when a doctor examines you, they're very optimistic. And maybe he's optimistic about me.
So, all Mom wanted to do was be remembered. And what have you done to remember her?
I'm depressed. I think about her and I'm depressed. I look at the pictures. Look at the pictures I have all over I take her albums out and look at her pictures and just sit there and look at them. I'm sad.
And the writings of her grandmother talk about how to overcome grief and sadness. And to me, that's been the biggest motivator for me. And it's just kind of appalling that you haven't even, you won't even give me the chaplain's number. And you haven't even sat the family down.
I don't want to admit your mom's dead. I can't accept it.
Dad, I can appreciate that, but you have to be a dad for once. And Mom doesn't want to be in a closet.
I know she does.
She wanted to be in Cabo. And I think it's bullshit that you won't even have her urn out here. You have it in a closet.
I've never touched those ashes. Eric put them there, and they've been there since after we got them. I have never touched them.
I think they should be moved to Cabo.
Okay.
I'll take them with me.